Either way, we make it into this phase. Bans will be classic second phase bans versus Fnatic, the Visage, and the Wind Ranger. Something that both of those can be upgraded to first phase for them, I'm sure, with Envy being able to play both the Visage and Abba being able to play the Visage. And the DJ Wind Ranger is just ridiculous. So this should be the DJ hero. Unless they've got something a little bit sneaky. Ooh, Dark Willow's a pretty good shout. With the Drow strat, lots of extra damage. Could just be the Venge for themselves.
Oh god, Venge is in the pool. Jeez, this is bad. This is bad for Windstrike. Oh man.
I wouldn't mind Earth Spirit, even though it's not a ranged hero. I do think that, but then your lanes might be a bit weak. The only thing I like about it is that it's a really good control element up against the Weaver, and I do think that's something you're gonna want to look for. I guess Dark Willow's done pretty well against Weaver in all these games too, though. That Terrorize just completely takes away all the combos you want to do with Weaver, where you're just keeping your Shukuchi ready and then appearing, damage, disappear. And that will be the pick here. So nice little call there.
Do they take the Venge themselves? Venge Weaver. Tails all the time.
It is a strong support. Is it strong enough versus a Drow Ranger? I feel like you want one of these Blink 4s.
And with something maybe a little bit of wave clear, since you don't have much from the Silencer too. Yeah.
They played a lot of Treant too.
10 seconds remaining.
All you have to do is bring a Sentry though, and that takes away a lot of the power of Treant when you're pushing as an earlier strat too.
Man, this puts them in a really tough position. You've got like two great team fighters. You've got tower damage inherently. You've got a pretty strong lane because of everything else. Like the first three picks from Fnatic here seem very strong. I feel like they need to all in on a Drow counter.
Yeah, I feel like I know they've played Shaker a couple times and must feel pretty comfortable with it. So that's kind of what I'm leaning towards here.
Iceberg plays Brood too.
That is true. They could be eyeing up towards that. Yeah, that's not too bad. Wyvern doesn't do very well against Brood, even though you'd think it would. But Tiny's also still in the pool, so they could just go back for that.
That's tough. And maybe they might end up saving Windstrike Brood for fourth. They're going to take the Tusk.
Okay, so that is a bit of a melee 4 here. Doesn't need the blink, can still provide the same kind of initiation. Get on top of the Drow Ranger, disable the marksmanship. Okay.
First Tusk I've seen so far of the tournament.
Yeah, I don't think we've got to cast one. I know he's been picked, but first time he's going to be gracing our presence. So
an endangered species, the walrus.
Yes, indeed.
I actually don't think they are.
Well, they are in Dota, so it's fine. Yeah, you should know. We were at the Vancouver Aquarium, and did it say endangered next to the walrus? No.
You know why?
So they're not.
Because there weren't walruses at the Vancouver Aquarium.
Yes, there was. There was one. He was lying on his side.
Oh, is that a walrus?
That was a walrus.
That thing was cute. I love that thing.
It was huge.
You look like a giant slug.
Yeah, pretty much. He wouldn't sit up.
Look at these guys. They're crazy.
This is a bipedal walrus. Yes, they are insane. They're going with the Enigma versus the Silencer. So this fully destroyed Silencer is being a good pick. Get him out of here. If you can pick Enigma and a Silencer, he must be trash. That's my opinion.
That's pretty true.
Get rid of this guy.
Or does that mean Enigma's really, really good?
Oh, Enigma's definitely really, really good.
Maybe that's just a showing of how good Enigma is, that you can pick it into the most common counter and it doesn't matter.
Well, Fnatic are going to try and prove a point in the very least here with that. And they leave the Abed hero left. I mean, we think the Abed hero, who knows, last to be picked.
So there is still Meepo in the pool. I don't know if Fnatic need to go all in on Drow Meepo, or if they're just comfortable taking sort of like a safe, tanky core.
I kind of envision like maybe a Storm.
Okay.
Silencer's pretty annoying for a Storm Spirit too, though, to be fair.
DK is the other classic option that we've seen a couple of times.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
5 seconds remaining.
And would TA do all right here? I feel like they need a front. They definitely need a frontliner. Okay. So I'm not so sure about TA. I'd rather get up in their faces like that Dragon Knight that you'd mentioned. That feels more like the space.
What's missing in their draft right now? Like you've got
Visage.
Teamfight. Okay, well, yeah.
Visage is the hero that's missing.
You've got like Teamfight though. You've got pretty strong lanes ish. Is there anything that's really...
I want someone who they can jump on that won't die instantaneously, and then Enigma and Wyvern can set up around it.
Okay.
So that's why I think Dragon Knight, it's perfect.
I mean, there also might be Windstrike potentially banning it out.
Windstrike's turn to bat.
They take the Tiny away.
So they could just Brood. No, Tiny I think is just a good hero. Getting on top of the Drow Ranger and nuking instantaneously. Could have been a pretty good hero for Fnatic too, honestly.
Windstrike could Brood.
Is it good enough? I guess it depends. Do they even play Brood?
I think Iceberg does do it
from
time to time. I'm not positive though.
Remaining.
feel like I've seen him spamming it in pubs at least.
5 seconds.
Maybe they're gonna. I think they're gonna Bloodseeker for Windstrike. They haven't picked that either, have they? That does look pretty good here, though, right? Like spamming lanes, Weaver, Silencer, Pugna, a lot of just constant damage being thrown out there. And there's no one that can really go mid against a Bloodseeker and absolutely destroy him. And they will ban the Brood because they see that tiny ban and they're like, maybe they want Brood Mother.
Odd.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going with.
Okay. They got the Bloodseeker in them. But whatever else there is.
What are they missing? They have building push with the Pugna. The Roshing is very weak overall. It's okay with the Weaver, but I don't think there's a lot of mid heroes other than TA that can really help you out there, and doesn't look like a particularly good TA game.
It's like sometimes you can run Ursa mid, but that's knowing what the matchup is going into it.
Yeah. Alchemist, I guess, is kind of okay. It's hard for a lot of like those Drow heroes to really punish an Alch, but then they could just go for something kind of equally greedy like a Storm Spirit.
Could they like go PA, just run at them?
For Windstrike?
Yeah.
Could be a bit risky, I think.
Definitely. At this point, I feel like you gotta take some risks.
Oh, sure, but...
PA mid. The old school. The old.
Yeah, Dagger's pretty bad for that these days.
Oh, that's
old school.
Route.
Just give me SF, guys.
Yeah, that's really bold. I mean, I guess he should have a pretty 1v1 lane no matter who it is, but what punishes SF here?
I don't even think you need to punish the SF too hard. I think you just want... They could go back for a Storm now, I think, although... Yeah, I think Storm's kind of okay, honestly. Even though it's not really that big tanky thing. Dragon Knight is not someone you want to pick into a Shadow Fiend, so that could be why they went for the SF, just thinking that that was a really solid-looking hero for the side of Fnatic, and they're trying to push them away from that matchup. Timbersaw doesn't do too well either, as Abed was also playing that earlier today, but kind of fits that same mentality of the tanky hero who's in the front line. And then there is just Meepo. How much do they like winning Dota? So they want to cement themselves fully in the Meepo Dota.
I have to ask you real quickly.
Okay.
I didn't reapply this thing at the end of the console, but it should stay over from the next one, right?
I think so.
All right, we're just making sure.
Guess we're gonna find out.
I really hope that it does stay over because I reapplied it, started the cast.
I'm pretty sure you're fine.
I'm freaking out over here, Trent. I'm worried that I'm gonna mess up production.
You'll just have to do that really quick. Console tap enter.
Is that how
console
it works?
Up key enter.
Okay.
All right.
I'm ready.
Boom. You'll be so fast.
They'll never.
You guys just all close your eyes.
Don't look.
It's gonna be okay. And Clinks. Okay. So that's definitely not a right up in the front line kind of hero. So that's the only downside I'd say the Fnatic draft. But
that worries me. I think
there's no one in the front line.
I like this Windstrike draft in some ways. I feel like they at least identified the problems that are coming in. Whether or not they can solve it, I'm not so sure.
Well, the front line now is just two heroes. Like, it's like the front line has been extended to like a mid line and then a back line. So the back line is Winter Wyvern, Dark Willow, and Enigma, who are all going to be sitting behind Clinks and Drow Ranger, who will be spread apart, so they're not being like AoE combo down, and they can both just start hitting towers and doing stuff. And you try and go on either of them, there's a Terrorize, there's a Winter's Curse, and there's a Black Hole that'll be coming from 3 different angles. So it's not as standard as the traditional stuff, but I can totally see how it still works.
Fly in formation and everything will be okay.
It's pretty much it. Yeah, the flying V will carry you.
You have one in the middle though, so it's like a flying W.
All right, fair.
For Vancouver.
Perfect.
As we get ready to hop into this game number 2, Fnatic versus Windstrike. Windstrike again, they're at the bottom of the barrel right now, digging deep, trying to find something to grab onto to pull their group stage back up.
Dude, it's Iceberg Shadow Fiend. If Iceberg, I think of OD, and I think of just like baller Shadow Fiend stuff. This guy, he's a good Dota player.
I mean, that was
the famous.
That was like the big match that he sort of made his name on. Was the Yule Scepter, Blink Dagger, Shadow Fiend when he went for the cooldown reductions and went like all in on the Octarine core. He lost the game, but it looked cool. And then he came back and was able to do better at Epicenter. And I think that was when they took down Virtus Pro, if I'm not mistaken, as well. So this guy, a storied history on this hero.
To the moon! That's where Windstrike's trying to go. They still got that little rocket chip.
As we load into this one, we'll see if I have given production nightmares or if
Dun.
we're having sweet dreams.
How exciting. Oh, you're fine.
Oh,
you
God. That was really scary.
Yay. Production gives him a round of applause.
Thank goodness. You actually have no idea how scared I was right there.
Oh, I know.
All right, the good lucks come out as we do have Non-Grata going to run down towards the mid lane, lay down a ward. One of the strengths of having that very, very fast Skeleton Man. He's a little bit quicker than the Skeleton Man on the other team. Do they run into each other? Don't think so. They do ping it. They saw him. Oh, it's good stuff. They saw the Clinks play down the ward, and that is going to be a free D ward most likely.
Really nice play. Using those high movement speed heroes, I mean, Earth Spirit used to be the hero that started doing that with his rolling around and everything. But Pugna, stupidly fast, can do it. And No Fear with a lot of good luck being given over to Fnatic.
Hey.
Underutilized. Fogged was really looking for some more players to go for that one, so Abed, you're performing his wishes, and oh, that's how you start a lane, right? Yeah, tip them up right there. They like that.
I like it.
DJ's getting on that.
That's pretty great right there. An astronomical price. I like that you get to see a little bit more emotion and flavor coming out from these players.
I mean, he is the swagger fiend. It wasn't his choice, guys.
That's true. You have to have it.
The game took over control of this hero.
He's compelled to do this thing.
All right, back for the rune. They will get it. So 3 of them so far secured for Windstrike.
The courier. Oh, man. That was close.
Jeez, Winter Wyvern. So they'll get back, and they will get 1 bounty rune for the side of the Radiant.
Not what you love to see, but nonetheless, it's something for
this
DJ.
Insanely farmed Shadow Fiend coming in already with 1 soul. I don't know what Abed can do now. I think that's they have to bring Pylite Eye in because it's so devastating that he had this 1 soul.
Iceberg is actually going to be so mad about this, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, just get dual laned. You want to taunt? Get dual laned.
And it is the spray taunts. You don't see it all that often.
Underutilized for sure.
Envy. A little bit of trouble here. They got some damage onto him. Shard's block, but also the right clicks coming in from Non-Grata. The Skelly Man forces him back to the salve.
All right, so their resources spent for that salve was basically just the cost of ice shards.
Yeah.
Should be pretty pleased with that one.
And you need to get a lot of value out of those from the Tusk. Not a high mana pool. They don't have something like a CM on their team. He's going to be out of them soon.
Radiant structures are fortified.
So the glyph is going to come out now. No. Kind of actually keeps the creep wave in a decent spot here, as they're going to be able to find a couple denies for Windstrike. And Shard's a little bit off the mark. They do force out the Arctic Burn, and they're not going to get a hit. There it is on the No Fear. Suddenly he's down to very low HP from that one. Oh, and then the decreps as well to mess up the last hitting for Envy.
Yeah, very nice. Nothing a Drought Ranger can do about that. No nukes or anything. That means Pilot Eye gets to steal them if he decrypts the Drought, that is.
Abed trading hits with Iceberg here. Gets his salve out after the fact. And kind of an interesting matchup. The strafe going to be used oftentimes as you're playing the Shadow Fiend. You need to hit all of the raises and then a couple more right clicks.
Yeah.
That's another salve used by Abed.
It's right click there, but it's near the end of the salve anyway. Iceberg walking down with the mango.
Man.
Hits him again. And that's the salve. Iceberg's open AIing him, salving and diving the tower.
This is pretty crazy. They're making it happen. And while I'm just watching that happen, they are going to find the kill onto 1. Envy, bottom lane, ends up going down.
It's okay. The mid's way more exciting anyway.
It is actually way more exciting nowadays, it feels like. The mid lane and
it's good to have it back.
Yeah.
It's not quite the same heroes as when we left the 1v1 meta, but at least SF, you know, he's always been there.
Totally. So far, 13, or rather, yeah, 13-7 versus the 10-0. It's kind of the way that these Shadow Fiend matchups tend to go.
Net worth-wise, though, it's like a 300 gold advantage for Iceberg because he doesn't end up burn all his gold into regen.
Always want to fly, going for one last punch onto him from DJ, but that's going to come at the cost of his life. Windstrike able to find another kill.
Diving a bit deep there. It's an odd spot for the Dark Willow too, where eventually Universe does just want to be left alone. Start pulling back the wave, utilizing the demonic conversion. Still wants to be trying to benefit from denies as much as possible, but doesn't really need Dark Willow. Can sometimes, I mean, you can see Universe already has 9 denies, in fact.
Mid lane, Abed. They're here, no fear. 2 points in the shards. Last for 5 seconds if they can get within range, but it's a scary one to make happen. There's going to be the punch, there's going to be the shards. Need to find themselves a couple of raises, one more. Ah, he hesitated. I thought he had it.
And he also had the strafes to dodge the right clicks too, so tough kill to get. And still, nice spend of the Invis rune. Got plenty of damage onto Abed. He has the salve up again.
Yeah, and you talked about it, that net worth, it's really becoming apparent. 850 on the Clinks versus 1600 on Iceberg.
And he's not even the top of his team is with that kill onto Envy. It is Non-Grata here, dominating once more. Second game in a row, looking very good to start. See if he can keep that rolling. And he has Arcane Boots. This is a great lane for Arcane Boots. With a Tusk on your team, yes please.
Super farmed. Has the salve up, ready to go, and keep the pressure on Envy, who's just level 3. Top lane also, as we get ready for the 5-minute runes, it looks like they're ready to battle this out, and Always Want to Fly just going to sneak his way through these brambles that have been laid down. And now DJ, what are you really left to do here? Silent lays down the bugs. Going to try and do what damage he can. They have another Sakuchi in a second. Damage is not going to be there to find the kill, and instead, oh, Silent thought about going back in. This is some scary stuff. Always Want to Fly looking for the right clicks, and Silent sticks around, finds the kill, and that should secure him the bounty runes.
Oh man, a couple different, back and forth there, couldn't figure it out, but. And down bottom, Pilot Eye also going down to try and secure that bounty rune, as No Fear will head there. So Universe will get his own, or maybe Silent. He's trying to change that.
Yeah, they're moving in, dealing the damage here as well. The right click's coming through. Silent taking a lot of damage, and with the Sakuchi away, he'll be fine. But they do manage to secure 3 bounty runes for Windstrike.
That's against. They've got like 6 out of the 8 so far, I believe.
That leads to a 2,000 gold advantage. 5 minutes into this game. A great start for Windstrike. I mean, again, we talked about it. If they're going to win this, they need to do it by dominating these lanes, and so far, so good.
Yeah, MD's even single pulling down here just to try and fix this lane a little bit, but there's a dive again. Is that another salve? My goodness.
They make it happen. Iceberg needs to be careful. He didn't get the raise off. No Fear finds the kill, but it comes at a cost as Iceberg dies, and again, No Fear going to fall.
Pilot Eye, the winner on that one, eh? Getting plenty of experience for himself. 428, that is huge. That's definitely going to open up the tone for DJ. Speaking of which, top lane, they're going in on the silencers. Universe TP's out, and he survives.
Gets away! Unbelievable.
So narrow. He escaped that time. Silent does from quite a few of his Eidolons, though. It's about 50 gold.
And again, a little bit just off the mark there with Iceberg trying to get the raises out.
Oh my god, Abed's so poor.
Yeah, he has had a really tough time so far. Having to invest in these raindrops also, just another consumable.
On this vision here from Iceberg, inside of Windstrike, spawning everything.
Need to get this kill. Iceberg, assaulted, and going to finish.
Alright, just to confirm, that is a dire reward. No, just not expecting the Dark Willow there as well, so
yeah.
Tried to play aggressive with the Wyvern, kind of baiting some attention from the hero, but it ends up costing him his life.
Pretty decent gold swing that direction as well. The last couple kills have been. You look at it and it's suddenly gone from 3,000 down to 1,500. So about even on experience after all the kerfuffle that was happening.
And this courier might just scout out the Tusk. No, went right past him. So Tusk will see the courier, but courier won't see him. And they'll see if they can get a kill onto this Drow Ranger. Level 6 on the Pugna. Great time to go for it. Radiant Vision still not seeing this Tusk. Envy. Oh, he sees the Tusk now. He's too close. The creep wave. No fear. What are you doing?
To back out there by the Envy and just a little bit too close.
That tree. He didn't realize it was cut down, so it's like a typically safe spot to stand, no longer safe.
Am I crazy? Does Jar have better vision? I feel like she should.
No, I'm crazy.
I feel like she should have better vision though, right?
Why? She's wearing dark clothes?
Yeah, look at her. She's got a little mask on. Maybe it's hiding. Her bangs are covering her eyes.
Yeah, so she should have terrible vision.
Top CS all right now for Windstrike. And they're just going to keep the pressure on. There's the snowball in, and there is not a whole lot you can do to stop this one. Envy TPing away. Is this going to work? Is he actually out of there? Envy!
Top lane. They also went in on the Silencer and Silent, so trying to get them both. Silencer is abandoned for them to go for the kill on the Weaver, and obviously the value play there. So Envy, great TP out.
God, if they had just been able to get like any of their other skills off from Non-Grata, that's a kill.
Well, Iceberg finds a DD rune.
Radiant's bottom tower.
OpTic
is
didn't
under
already even have
attack.
problems in this lane.
He has just pretty much abandoned it now. We'll come back every now and then to see if he can push out the creep wave, but Iceberg is having himself a nice old time. Let's get the
Radiant's bottom
Fortify
tower
out
is
as well.
Top lane, always want to fly. Juking and jiving through that maze. He's a regular old puzzle solver. He'll
They
be
have
okay.
time lapse. And with the, God, the damage out. Pile Die, yeah, you talked about it, that early rotation and being able to pick up those couple of kills. He's level 6 now. Always want to fly is just in no man's land. Super dead.
Not expecting that many heroes. Have they even noticed there's a curse here? This seems real.
They have a black hole. No, the black hole on top of the curse. That's how it's meant to be.
And now Iceberg's coming.
They throw it on top of all of them. The DD from hell as Pile Die is just going to have to run and try and fly away. Oh, that was not how it's meant to be done.
Where's the chat wheel now?
He's going to TP, or rather, just, he's going to hug himself as he falls. Oh, wow. I mean, it happens.
It does. It's, you know, you don't have that communication. No one expects the Wyvern to be level 6. I mean, that's not on the Enigma. Like, that should be announced at that point. By the way, I'm Pile Die, and I'm level 6 at 9 minutes. Like, how can that possibly be on any other human being?
It's true enough. He's
Who would
level
expect
as Envy. Envy, speaking of which, here at the Bounty Ruins, very early. Make sure he gets that one silent. Gonna be hit by the Cursed Crown, but he'll be able to walk away from it. And now Non-Grata is there, going to go for the catch, and now Always Want to Fly shows up, and unfortunately, Envy gonna get neither of the bounties. Oh, that hurt.
Did more than hurt. It hindered him. He's got -2. Give him that int over now. 4 stolen for Always Want to Fly.
Dire's top tower is
So,
under attack.
Clinks. The area. Iceberg. Do they have an inkling? Do they have an idea? Do they realize what's happening? There's the dust. Iceberg, they have the snowball safe? No! They don't decide to use it. He's going to die to that one now. Silent shows up. Can they kill off Abed? They also have the Pugna here going to go for the decrep, and the ulti is going to find that kill. And Weaver not doing enough damage to kill off No Fear as they try and chase down Pile Day. Have vision over him this entire time. Going to save the snowball most likely. Although they do also have the punch, and with no TP, it didn't matter anyways.
Yeah. Double kill for Non-Grata. Okay, well, Enigma there. Universe was able to push on in, though, with the catapult. And took the tower down with his Helm of the Dominator. So that was a pretty nice grab for the side of Fnatic. Envy also playing way far back here. Waiting for his courier. He's the one who gets the tome. Oh, no, that's for DJ, I think. And Envy's getting his boots delivered. Yeah, DJ will get the tome. Oh, no, DJ bought the tome for Envy. Hard life.
That happens.
That's good, though. They definitely need it. I mean, that's going to help DJ more than giving it to himself. He's already level 6, so you might as well get the bonus damage from your Drow Ranger hitting 7.
Yeah, it's good stuff. 41 damage apiece. That's so crazy how much you get from that one. Silent, just going to go in there and mess with Pile Die a little bit. There was also the tier 1 tower taken bottom by Windstrike while all that action was happening, and they'll be able to get a pull off here. You look at the vision right now for the Dire, and some of it did get dewarded by Pile Die, but they've got some pretty good view into the jungle where we might see Envy try and recover.
Yeah, Envy going to be spotted up by Silent now here, too.
It's going in for this one, kind of. On top of Envy, has the bugs, and then the time lapse.
Maybe just trying to force some rotations.
Yeah. Nothing doing.
Top lane. Ooh, they have an Invis rune here. They could use the setup on heroes trying to push in that top lane, too. But they're going to preemptively put down a sentry here from DJ. They have the observer ward here, so this way if the Weaver comes through this little path, the perfect vision. Wow. Predicted by Fnatic. It won't end up mattering, though, as he shows there.
Can they actually do anything to him, though? They're moving in with Abed. They look for the terrorize. It's going to hit. They have him caught. There's the Maledict as well. Global Silence to follow it up, though, when the snowball comes through. On to 2. Can they kill him off? Walrus punch down as well. Universe trying to TP out. He's going to die before he can escape, and they've also got eyes here onto the Dark Willow. Can they kill him off? Snowball on cooldown.
No chance to find something there, so very good response there from Windstrike. And that was kind of the story in game number 1, too. They hit a couple of really nice rotations where it was like, man, they read exactly what Fnatic were trying to do. Caught them off, but this time it's we'll see if it's enough to actually keep the game in their favor.
Radiant's middle tower is
Yeah,
under
it's
attack.
it needs to sort of continue to be this pressure that they're felt throughout. I've been impressed with what No Fear has been able to do on this Tusk. I think it's a hero that's overlooked. Still has that great GPM talent at level 10, which he's getting closer to. So
Yeah.
I think this hero offers a lot of a lot of value. I swear I speak English.
Sometimes.
Across mid lane. No, you. Is he gonna get the ulti down and kill off Abed? Now.
And right into the tower. Pugna will easily guarantee this.
Radiant's
Well played.
middle tower has fallen.
13 minutes in, a 4,000 gold lead for Windstrike.
Dagon. Finished up here for our Pugna, it looks like.
Wow.
Those are some squishy heroes on the Radiant. DJ is going to be very quick on the Shadow Realm if he wants to survive. And he can finish off targets who end up getting cold embraced, which Pilot Eye definitely uses more than a lot of the other Winter Wyverns we've seen.
Yeah. A lot of magical damage on this team in general.
And Iceberg has just been hiding away in the jungle, just like the Drow Ranger, but he's going to come out much more aggressive than Envy will. Envy's just stacking Wraith Bands to help his team, whereas there's going to be a Shadow Blade initiating upon his opponents now from Iceberg.
Yeah,
After this wave.
Scary. And, you know, if you do have that initiation, like, losing any of Fnatic's team starts to feel really, really bad. They need to be able to sort of work their team fight all together. And we've seen just how strong this global silence can be.
Are they going to catch them again? They're back in the same spot. This time they're smoked up, though, going right past the Observer, which could be keeping them safe. Scan, not available right now for Fnatic, so if there's any inkling, they can't go for it. Now they see the SF farming, that might make them feel safer than they really are. They're going to cut off the back line.
They get into Envy, a good silence there as well. They have the leg drain. They actually turn this, though, with the Winter's Curse, and there's going to be the SF trying to take down a kill on the Dark Willow, but it's instead Dark Willow that kills off the SF. This hero's insane! Envy will fall. And they also take down that Dark Willow off of the Death Requiem. Abed trying to live here, the Decrep, the Turn, the Dagon, and everything else. Can they keep Abed alive? I don't think so.
Universe still being hunted down here as well. Look at the whistle, the black hole, the damage from the tower. It might be enough, but is it damage or is it heal? It's damage on the Enigma from Non-Grata to make sure he goes down.
And snowballs go through black holes, apparently. Tusk
It's
able
just
to
physics, ladies and gentlemen.
manipulate time and space. And 15 minutes in, a 5,000 gold lead as Windstrike continue to dominate.
So Pilot Eye TP down here with no HP. Always want to fly very close, but the Shrine will be used.
Radiant's top tower is
He needs to get those lanes pushed out, it feels like, I guess. And man, the Dagon already coming into play. It's looking good.
Who gets zapped down? I missed it.
I think it was the Clinks. That should work through straight.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to target it as the same as a Laguna Blade.
Yeah. We did extensive testing on the Clinks. And by we, I mean Odie Pixel and Fogged, and we were looking over their shoulders.
Hey, I did my own extensive
That's
testing.
true.
I'll have you know.
You did.
Wow.
No
credit.
really just should say I didn't do that testing.
Exactly.
I did nothing, and now I'm just taking that research as my own. We're going to continue towards the tier 2 tower in the top lane. Catapult, going to do a good bit, and Universe, the black holes. I mean, whether it's been because of teammates together with him or just having to deal with the silencer or the fact that he doesn't have that much HP against a Pugna, it's been a rough game.
Yeah, I think just the team fights in general just are not starting off the way that they're ever going to look good for Fnatic. Yeah. Very good movements coming out from Windstrike, catching them split up from side Fnatic, mostly because they feel the need to split up right now, is Iceberg looking for the big ulti.
Oh, finds himself a Universe, and that's a triple raise as well to finish him off.
Oh my god, all those Eidolons. That was so much gold.
I didn't happen to see it.
It was a lot.
Alright, fair enough. And Dagon, jeez, Pilot Eye, so close to going down, and I mean, look at this tower. You throw out a couple of these Nether Blasts, and it's just a huge problem. They're chasing down Pilot Eye here. Non-Grata is a madman.
That little Pugna, he's so fast.
Oh, there's the snowball for the kill. No fear. Picks that one up for himself. Windstrike feel like they're playing like they're having fun right now. This is the style of Dota that they like.
All it took was 9 losses in a row for them to find themselves. It's not too. It's never too late at TI. That's not true. Sometimes it is too late, but I refuse to look at the bracket to see if it is. So for now, we continue the hope for Windstrike, and they're continuing to hope too.
Oh, Silent, maybe in a little bit of trouble here. They're actually able to burst him down. So they do take the tier 2 tower, but it comes at the cost of their Weaver. 9 to 20, a 7,000 gold lead.
So they can definitely go in for Roche for the side of the tire. What are the comeback potential? I mean, there's Enigma and there's Winter Wyvern.
Yeah.
Laid on top of one each other does not look too good, but separate instances, very strong spells. Wyvern doesn't really have to worry too much about the silencer in terms of the initial pop-off. Just if the fight occurs and the global's covering it, that is indeed going to be a problem, but
Dire's middle tower has been
I'm
denied.
definitely still thinking Fnatic have a good chance in this one. Certainly more biased towards them just because they are a more experienced team, that they've been in these situations. We've seen them pull off comebacks like this before. A team that has certainly looked comfortable behind in many of their games.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't even call it bias, more so just that like you feel as if they're the type of team that's used to this situation and anticipating them to you know, do it. I think that's what everybody's kind of feeling right now. And Windstrike, you know, they look really good, but this has kind of been the formula. When they win games, they stomp them like this, and then they continue that throughout the rest of the entire match. Occasionally things do go awry. Pugna finishes off the Yule Scepter. Still got the Dagon queued up to go for more levels of it, but feeling like he wants that survivability and answer to Drow Ranger silence. As well as, I guess, just like the Terrorize or whatever else.
And he's just in the trees up top with nothing else to do. Universe holding the line bottom, or mid rather, and Pilot Eye, the one holding the line in the bottom lane, almost into the Glimmer Cape. Drops a random sentry, double checks for no observer, plants one down. We'll be scattered out here now though, by an observer ward, and that helps them know that Roche is 100% safe.
Like you said, great Roche taking lineup. They do get the bugs off of them now, but do have another round of them in 2 seconds. They drop down the Willow ulti, thinking about going for it. Roche, it's so low right now.
Things just got spicy.
This is really scary right now, as they're going to go for it, but not able to secure the Terrorize in time. Non-Grata won't be able to find the kill. They do get Roche.
Yeah, Nopier was close to getting over there with an Ice Shard into a snowball kind of a play, but not there in time. And I think that was the best call for Fnatic not to opt in towards that. It would have been pretty dangerous. There's the Blink Dagger on top of Universe. Hard to get into the pit and actually make the big play, and just the Terrorize wouldn't have been enough.
Man, I love this play by Envy. Like, it's absolutely crazy, but you're like going around trying to farm out the jungle where you can. You know that your team needs you to get into this BKB, and like, it's probably more safe than your own jungle in a certain way right now.
Yeah, there's one thing about Envy that people have noticed before is that he's extremely good at predicting enemy map movements. Hello.
Well, is he? No! We cursed him.
I mean, he is good at predicting the map movements. He just thought he'd be able to survive quick enough. But the TP was a little slow.
Yeah. That'll happen.
Probably wasn't looking at his hero. That would be my assumption.
That one hurt a lot. I mean, I guess at the end of the day,
DJ
it's like,
thinks he's safe.
Non-Grata.
Hello. Where's the Dagon? Oh, we got it off in time.
Good play. Oh, and the Terrorize hits on both of them. Is he going to take down this Pug? The DJ. All right, this is how you can tell it's a Fnatic game. Envy ends up dying solo randomly. Oh no, but DJ's going to go down regardless. Non-Grata had something to say about that.
All right, now. Oh, yeah, that's a good tip. That's a quality tip moment, but you could just Shadow Realm TP away, sure. But as a wise man once said, going for the kill, that's playing to win, baby.
Oof. They do throw out that Winter's Curse into the black hole. Maybe no, the Global. Keeps Iceberg alive.
Global used. Just defensively. Good sign for Fnatic. And you know what that says to me? Get me a smoke, get it on this Enigma, and find a team fight.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the scary thing is he still doesn't have a Blink Dagger. Are they wrapping around? Pilot died.
Okay. There have been so many TPs. Okay, by the way, one of the predictions was, will there be a teleport cancel by stun? I feel like we had one so far.
Yeah.
This one was only for 10 minutes, but still. It's ridiculous how many people have been getting away with it in this one.
They do spot out Silent over here to the side. Abed, maybe in a dangerous spot if they happen to have any ward. They do have Dust. Do they decide to scan or anything else? They're able to find him. No, they got him caught there, yeah. And they have Dust still on No Fear as well. Able to it doesn't hit him. Nobody gets caught by that Chrono. Excuse me, it's not Chrono, it's a black hole.
It's Universe, it's understandable.
Oh, God. Oh, it hurts.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Well,
The tier 2 tower will eventually fall.
Radiant's
you know,
middle
this whole
tower
time
has
lapse
fallen.
thing, it all is because, you know, he deems the current reality of the world to fit his desires. You know, he doesn't deem it to, so he just does whatever he wants. He can crawl back in time, black holes, time. You know, Weaver, he's very good about these things. He sensed that black hole coming.
Bottom tower
It puts the little Weaver tingly hairs. They stand straight up, gets on out of there.
Radiant's bottom
He
tower
knows
is
what he's
Simply
doing.
the lore.
That little bug is scary.
Yeah.
Spooky bug. 11K at Worth lead now, as Windstrike are continuing to just lay their foot on the pedal. And I mean, again, you see these little moments here, DJ. You try and get down some vision, make sure you can take a fight if you happen to be able to win one by your base and maybe make a smoke out play or something, but gotta win that first fight first.
Yeah, and that sentry that caught out Abed too, it actually ends up expiring, and you know what's going to happen. The Rainier going to come over and throw a sentry down, try and deal with that high ground, and they're going to be really sad. It's already gone. Their Ancients have been warded up by a nice little play there from Windstrike, just slowing down the economy of the Drow Ranger.
Terrorize immediately into silent, but the snowball save able to interrupt it, and the global, it's back up. They caught themselves the clinks. Once the TP out of there, is it going to happen in time? Yes, indeedy duty. He's out.
At least they figured out one good solution to the heroes inside of Windstrike.
Yeah.
Pilot Eye, is he a dead man? Observer Sentry, those are dire Observer Sentries.
Well, Iceberg just looking at him. He wants to make him think he's okay. And
Oh, he actually had no mana. I was wondering why it wasn't just Vraska, but he had to wait. Oh, and now back up top. There's no Terrorize. We just saw it attempted there, and they're diving the Shrine.
BKB immediately. What's your answer to that one? They don't have Black Hole for 50 more seconds, and wow, they need to be a little bit careful. Are they going to still fight this one? Shards kind of blocking things off. No fear. Maybe in a tough spot.
They're just making space for the bottom lane. Pugna and Shadow Fiend.
Oh, they're taking it.
Yeah, they got to make their way down here.
Although Windstrike need to be careful. The Aegis is expired, and they're wrapping around with the Drow. If they can cut them
Now
off here.
back to DJ. He's going for the kill on No Fear.
They've also got over here to the side Iceberg. He just decides to turn around and see if they can take him down. They take down one, but Iceberg will eventually fall. Meanwhile, as you said, up here to the north, Pylai Die going to get ran up by Silent. A good cold embrace keeps DJ alive, but only as long as the Sakuchi cooldown. Pylai Die will be found up on the high ground, and the punches come through for the kill, +2 of the Silencer.
Yeah, DJ was able to get the kill on the Tusk, but it ends up costing a couple extra there. 1,200 gold going over to Abed, though. And then the secondary engagement, relatively even, but a big boost, 542 actually, to the Weaver. So Silent heading in towards a little bit of damage there with a Maelstrom being picked up.
This is a hero that we've seen get out of control time and again to get to those later stage items, and particularly the talents. You know, 20, it's good, it's not amazing, but when you get to 25, that's when things get really scary, because it's so hard. Like, what's been the main source of initiation? It's been DJ getting a Terrorize onto him. If he's moving around at that amount of movement speed, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, that's true. It's going to be very difficult.
Although they probably have Blink Black Hole by then.
Well, Universe has made it to the GPM talent, so they're hoping that'll help get them to those next items, the BKB, the Blink Dagger, but there is still always the ever-present issue of the Silencer. If you blink Black Hole with your BKB, Global Silence will still go through and stop you from doing everything.
Now, an Aeon Disc is going to be the choice for Pugna, as opposed to leveling up the Dagon, which we've already seen. Stay at level 1. But he's had himself a very, very good game. And continuing to stay strong. A good series.
Yeah, Nongrad has looked very good.
Like, going into this, I was anticipating it just being all talking about the Iceberg show, but Nongrad has definitely shown something, I think, in this series, and probably the rest of the TI that people are going to be thinking about next year.
We'll see. For now, they're going to smoke up alongside him, see if maybe there's a gank coming his way. They're not going to end up finding any Fnatic heroes. Dire Vision right now. They have some deep wards on the northern part and a couple down the south, so not sure which movements they've seen so far. Probably predicted or probably noticed where DJ's gone, and he's showing himself on the wave anyway, so they're going to try and get a little bit close to the base. They go for the ward out of smoke, but that's spotted. Tricky maneuver, but doesn't work out in the end.
Both get the D wards working. As you said, Abed not there with them, nor is DJ.
They did quite a bit of damage last time, though, so this really helps the chipping here from Pugna.
It is great, and they had decrypt the Nether Ward as well, so they can't just take it down right from the get-go. Iceberg slowed, but not stopped. No glyph available. Pugna wants to, he just goes up for another
this is a sick Nether Ward spot. They can't actually see it.
That's awesome.
And they can see it now. But it's very difficult. They actually placed an observer ward that gave vision inside there. It's kind of cool. But I don't think it was intentional.
Level 20 Iceberg has the damage per soul talent. He was sort of vilified after he made his big Shadow Fiend game where he kept on going for like the magical build and all of the raises and cooldown stuff. But this time around, just taking that straight up damage.
Abed on the run here. Observer Sentry combo, spotting the movement from Iceberg will allow him to escape. In fact, they're going to try and start wrapping behind, maybe even baiting out Envy a little bit. Chasing no fear, very hard kill to get.
Oh, they see him though. There's the BKB immediately. One, and doesn't even get it. No Fear takes that one for himself.
No stun required. And that almost puts No Fear into the Blink Dagger.
DJ losing his mind slightly playing this game. And we do have Abed. They just drop a Sentry Ward right on him.
Yeah, they don't have any direct stuns really. I mean, that's obviously why the TPs have been happening so much, but yeah. Abed can get away with quite a bit in this game because it's hard to just instantly kill him.
It's just the bottle hanging out. Give that one over to Non-Grata so you can have the Arcane Rune. Roche, a minute and a half away. This is pretty good for Fnatic, I would say. You'd want to be able to have that Roche right now if you're Windstrike.
Yeah. I mean, they still need the Blink BKB, I think, to win that fight, or at least have a better shot at it. So I still don't feel very good for Fnatic's chances, but...
You mean Blink BKB on Enigma?
Yes.
Yeah. He's working towards it. It's going to be a while, though. And Windstrike taking out the rest of the shrines since they burned through that tier 3 tower.
Yeah, late spawn just gives them some time to prep up for the Roche fight. They again block off this Ancient Camp. I really like this choice from Windstrike. Just easy place from the farm. Clinks keeps abusing it. You can defend it pretty easily with Observer Sentry combos, and Envy now in trouble down here.
Yeah, BKB is just going to try and TP out, but the damage coming through, it's too much.
It only works for so long. You know, eventually the items do come out. Meanwhile, the Rat in bottom lane, Clinks getting some damage in there. Pilot Eye covering his back with a Glimmer Cape and a Winter's Curse if necessary. Tusk will be the first one to come here.
Shards go out, a little bit off the mark there. Does still have a Snowball if he wants to go for it, as well as the Dust, but nobody else is TPing over. While over here to the side, they are looking to try and maybe catch out one.
BKB here.
All right, just gonna Requiem right on top of the TP Iceberg. Oh, that was pretty.
Oh, the tip.
That was sick.
That
was a bold play from DJ.
I mean, there's no other way that Iceberg finds that kill. And if DJ cancels his TP, he's dead anyways.
Yeah.
When Windstrike coming in strong in game number 2. They don't care about that bottom at tier 1 tower because they took tier 3 mid. And they're pressuring elsewhere as well. Non-Grata just blows up Pili Die. Godlike spree for him. They buy back now on the Willow and looking for an opportunity for a black hole, but it's so scary. They know that Global Silence is still up. And Always Want to Fly just has to stay in the back and not get caught.
God, that Nether Ward does so much damage. Wyvern took 486 from Nether Ward there.
Pretty insane. That hero, just not the tankiest in the world from the get-go.
Yeah, just trying to cast that ulti. Just boom.
Not to mention the fact that you've got a Dagon level 2 now and he continues to level it up. 18,000 net worth lead as Windstrike trying to claw their way back into this series and get themselves a 1-1. Their Fnatic won a very close one in game number 1.
The lead has grown much larger than the one Fnatic had over Windstrike in the previous game, to 20k now with an Aegis, with a cheese.
It is still Winter Wyvern and a black hole.
It's true. We haven't seen either really for quite a while. They're holding these waves. They've lost the mid racks, lost the bottom tier 3.
Showing envy and anticipating the movements of Windstrike. Seeing if they can find a pick-off here. Radiant Scan don't spot anybody, but they just signals to them that this is Non-Grata alone. And they will find him. Always Want to Fly is here. Do they want to drop the global for him? They're actually going to. This might be a bit of a bold play. If they take this fight now after the fact, they might end up in a bad position as they're just going to TP away immediately. Winter's Curse. Everybody's out except for Pile-I-Die.
Dust will secure it, but... Okay, do they have a second smoke? They do. DJ has one, so too bad they don't have the Winter Wyvern, but they could potentially just go for the smoke right now and try and make something happen without the global silence. Very difficult play to make, though. If anything, it's just likely going to delay the high ground for another 100 seconds.
I mean, it is still a scary situation right now, and they're also building towards a Weaver Aghanims.
Aegis on the Shadow Fiend does a lot of work versus the Black Hole, too. They can just play him very far in front and try and force the Black Hole onto the Aegis, and then what's your secondary option? Iceberg focus down. Look how much physical damage he takes there. Invis saving him as there's no detection for Abed, but still not a very safe game for the hero in a 1v1 versus the Lynx.
And as you said, if they can burn through this the first time through, as, oh my god, just jump forward the Black Hole, it's onto one, it's okay, but is it going to be good enough? Universe just gets blown up by Iceberg, but Abed able to find that kill as well. There's going to be the BKB out from Silent as he turns onto Abed, trying to find that kill, a cold embrace, but afterwards they do have the Requiem, they have the BKB from Abed though, still keeping him alive, non-Grata. Turns though, they're able to find this kill onto the Clinks, he has a buyback, but Pile-I-Die also in trouble as Windstrike just going to dance on the grave as they take down these barracks.
Yeah, it's starting to look like the end here. Not a whole lot they can do. Sprays being tagged, Ice Shards in the fountain, Dagons in the fountain. Not a good sign for a game to last much longer, but DJ, he's going in there.
Oh, the Snowball actually ended up killing non-Grata because they weren't sharing damage anymore, but it doesn't look like they're going to be deterred. There is still another buyback on the Clinks. Hypothetically, with this Winter's Curse, they can make a play.
Oh, they can do so hard here, but yeah, very difficult and super unlikely. But they continue holding out hope.
Trying to see if they can find something. Windstrike, turn now. DJ just gets almost one shot.
An Iceberg.
And the Curse desperation, so he doesn't. I can't believe it. Honestly, Iceberg in some trouble, hanging on to it. Gets time lapse. Why not? Because they have the Weaver Aghanim Scepter, thinking about going back in yet again. Clinks is back up in 12, but Windstrike going to walk and saunter away from this one, feeling quite happy with themselves, 2 racks up.
Okay, I'm pretty surprised it didn't just end right there, to be honest. But every game counts, of course. You need every single win you can, so you want to fight right till the Ancient falls at this point. Got it. Buyback status for the Radiant, only the Clinks remaining, but only DJ used the timer, so everyone else is just a gold-based thing at the moment.
Yeah. And I mean, they should be able to get that up. Anyways, it's the Aeon Disc for Tusk. Like, they're into the luxury items now that make these heroes, like, really hard to deal with. And the Silencers had a Ghost Scepter for the longest time, but now also, like, the Force Staff, all these little saving things to build around their Shadow Fiend, who's up 10,000 gold over the next highest of the enemy team. Yeah,
that is a pretty nice place to be. Universe, he is ready with a 9-second BKB after that last fight. Black Hole in 35 seconds.
Are they going to try and smoke, or what's the play here? They have Black Hole in 30, like you said, and Global back up again. That makes it tough. Makes it really, really tough. It's Windstrike going to smoke up here. They run into Pile-I-Die. He does have Winter's Curse again. Who can they find? They have a ward up on the high ground. This could be a decent place for Fnatic to fight. It's, well, no fear. Living up to the name.
Yeah, he's saying, all right, you guys want to fight me? I'm going to snowball on you. And drives back the side of Fnatic with no real recourse.
You're just checking out the Roche pit. Windstrike again. They need every win possible. Right now, sitting 2-11 in the group stage. And gives one punch for a 1200 onto Envy.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
29,000 net worth lead as the tier 3 tower is going to go down. They have the Nether Ward down as well. Iceberg just beating away at this one. Envy doing what he can. Universe is there as well. Does still have the Black Hole Blink Dagger though. He's already been used once. Can they kill off No Fear? There's the Aeon Disc that procs, keeps him alive. And still it's Iceberg that's just hitting. DJ trying to take down No Fear on that side of it as they did get off the Winter's Curse. They managed to kill off one, not bad. Now the Fear here as well onto Silent, but they get the last word onto DJ. Does have a Yule Scepter, but just Dagoned.
-2 now up to 18 int there if I always want to fly in. They still have the cheese. They still have BKB here for Iceberg. And Fnatic's 2 racks remaining.
So they turn their heights onto it. There's the cheese. Iceberg pops it one time. They have the glyph. Okay, the time lapse. Iceberg still low, but there's the Dagon again coming in from non-Grata. Just does so much damage so quickly. Universe thinking about it. All right, he forces out the BKB. Silent, taking a lot of damage here. And that might keep him back again. Well, until non-Grata wants to go in and just throw in a couple nether blocks.
Yeah, it's so tempting. They still have the BKB. I think Iceberg just wants the BKB and going on this, but the black hole is the only thing stopping him, so they'll just keep on nether blasting. Just a few more. Iceberg wants his moment here, but it's into the... Oh.
He does a lot of damage.
Yeah, that is Dagon 5.
Oh, there's going to be the tip. And they do finally get the Mega Creeps as Windstrike in a good position here to close it out, get themselves the win they've been looking for. Abed, they have vision. Do they have enough though? Silent passes him by.
Casual 1k damage Dagon. That's pretty cool. It's a handy little item to have, I suppose.
Oh, definitely. I mean, it fits so well, you know, just with Pugna's kit and what he brings to the table. And again, you think about the sort of macro situation you're in. Fnatic and OG, they're both sitting 6 and 7 in the group stages. You lose a game here, you could potentially be knocked down into the lower bracket off of something like this. So Fnatic are going to fight for absolutely everything that they can here.
Yeah, but they're looking for some plays. non-Grata buying up a Blink Dagger so he can go for assassinations. He can blink into the tree line along the side there too and start blasting if he had to, but they've actually already lost the range racks. non-Grata got it. Okay.
Blink on Willow. The wrap coming from Abed. Seeing if he can find anybody out here to the side. He is going to go for the courier snipe, okay. Takes it down. The Pyrrhic victory.
Yep. And just GG right there. It's like, haha! Give the last laugh, you know, the final kill. Alright, marching in here once more. 6-second BKB on the Shadow Fiend. Black hole ready for Universe still.
God, it's so tough, and the Ancient is falling now. Iceberg, he's just beating away. He knows what he needs to do. They are playing this so carefully. They know their TI life is on the line. They're going to buy back on the Wyvern as soon as possible. They have that Nether Ward damage coming out still. They're all grouped together, but there's the blink away, and they spread out. But still, the creeps are hitting the base. Fnatic holding on with the hope or a prayer. It's feeling like a nightmare right now. The bugs are down. The damage coming in. They have fortification. Envy pops his BKB, just trying to run at him. And Abed, Universe controlled, going to be killed off. GG is called, the global after the black hole. And this is Windstrike, taking it 1-1 against Fnatic.
Nobody beats Windstrike 10 times in a row. Hey, TI group stage can't stop these guys.
I think Aggressive's going to have... He's going to be okay with this.
I think he's gotten like 2 or 3 last hits with the dagger already.
He's got a couple. Oh, he's been sacked pretty heavily.
He is, but Ame has decided that he wants nothing to do with top. And he'll go down bottom, and they're probably going to just have Chalice TP up to deal with that pressure that's coming out. Ouch. Somnus gets the range creep denied in his face by XXS. Doesn't get the avalanche in time bottom. They're looking for Aggressive. He has a TP. They will try to force it. Buboka set up for X-Nova. Another fissure. Trapping X-Nova. Another +2 for Q.
Oh, yeah, playing this top lane perfectly. Yeah. And it is, yeah, you know, Aggressive obviously with that TP did TP up towards the top lane. So they are going to now switch it around. Despite as well as it is going up top, they do want to at least make sure Aggressive has an okay time. And he will obviously have a better chance farming up on that top lane in comparison to staying down bottom. And obviously SRF on the Weaver won't feel under too much pressure with the ability of the Shikuchi to keep himself safe.
Yep, here comes the moves. So they put another sentry down in lane to be kept watching SRF. And now Ame should be able to get some farm. But Chalice has to be careful top.
Another fissure.
Buboka
This lane has just been a horrible place for LGD, losing 5 heroes in 4 minutes up top.
And they get aggressive a kill. So gets himself at least his boots if he would like to do so. Or just save gold, depending on what he wants to go, either Vanguard or Rush Blade Mill, whatever.
I mean, how is it that these lanes are going as badly as they are? It's
Baboka,
just
that's how.
This sort of this Shaker play.
Yep, just
1-0-4.
perfect fissures in each scenario. Mid lane is dead even. Somnus and XXS just toying with each other. Bottom. Ame. We'll be okay. Having trouble laning versus this, but he's starting to pick up his last hits. 13 and 10 on the Bloodseeker. Chalice. Steps up. Baboka.
Oh no, not again.
He's got the fissure. Got the angle.
This is
a dagger too.
My goodness, it's
another +2. 10 in.
Yeah. In the games that we've seen, I don't think I've seen a lane get crushed this hard. In terms of just people going up here and dying over and over again. Like, this is just absolute domination by IG.
It's 6 kills, 6 involved, or 6 involved kills for Q. He's only gotten 10. He's gotten 10 of the int.
It's 1,000 gold worth of int.
Yeah, that's more than Baboka got in the whole last game.
Oh, that's true.
Already looking pretty hot for IG when they've got this. I mean, they've got a Spectre Storm lineup and they're 6-0 to start off. As FY wants to try to set up for XXS before he hits level 6 on the Storm. Somnus is 6 already. After this last word, once the silence wears off, they might look to go for a play if XXS steps up too far.
He's playing safe.
Seems to be aware, yeah. FY's looking to give him the one hit. Will he get it?
Ooh.
There it is. As Ame is able to heavily recover up to 23 last hits, has the boots, Wraith Band, has the Sentry in lane 2, which helps quite a lot versus that Weaver. And they've got to just keep tabs on Baboka. They've got to just watch so they don't pass those line thresholds. They don't get blocked off. That Baboka's constantly looking for. Here he comes.
Once again,
Gets
Fish is there. Moxo Chalice. Actually gonna live here. As the TP will put them off diving for more.
Was a bit deep. Gets a pretty decent block, but they aren't able to commit forward.
This TP down bottom, but Baboka's looking to try and set up onto Ame. And get in position for a fissure.
Yep. He only has the one fissure, doesn't have an enchant totem to follow up.
Needs to find the angle to block off this exit point that Ame will look for.
He looks like he knows something's up.
He's come too far forward for Baboka. Fish is going to be down, won't get the connection, but it does block Ame off as he tries to get himself around it, but Ame cannot cut his way back to safety. Ame will fall.
If he actually knew that Shaker didn't have mana, maybe if he TPs instantly, Shaker actually regened enough, so yeah, doesn't matter. He will die for sure there.
Mid lane XXS, he has got level 6, so should be fine here.
FY's hoping to catch him on the zip back.
XXS not falling for that one, zips into the river, and TP's back to base. The safe escape.
It's 7-0, but it's only a like 600 gold lead at the moment. The experience is actually leading LGD.
Yeah, I think as you said, because of how well Ame was able to pick up the farm after changing lanes.
Yeah, he caught up.
Got good CS.
Caught up very quickly, level 5-2. They left him alone in a 1v1 versus the Weaver.
May suffer again though, Baboka. Can he find a fissure opportunity? There's the enchant. There's the fissure right on top of him. Ame trying to run, but aggressive's there. It'll do the job. They get themselves another.
Last game we said LGD were bullying SRF. Now it looks like IG is giving the treatment to Ame.
They absolutely are. I don't know about why. He's going to get Fisher, he's going to go down.
And as well, he
tries to come forward.
He stepped up very far.
I don't think he expected Baboka to still be there in the tree line. But Baboka pops out with a Fisher. I mean, Baboka, he's 1-0-8. He's in every single kill.
Yep. This man is the difference for his team on his Shaker. And he's smoking. He's looking for more. He's got Arcane.
This is on a hero as well that some teams don't rate at the moment. You know, it's not across the board that people are playing the Shaker.
Sure.
But IG, Mr. Baboka, making it work.
Invisibility.
They've got Haunt available. They're smoked and looking for a setup. They could throw the Haunt into if they need to.
Oh, I mean, Chalice
is kind of low.
Chalice is just straight up dead.
Yep.
There is no way he's out. He's dead. Does Baboka need to throw out a Fisher? He'll do it for good measure.
Looks like he tried to get the last hit there for a second. But yeah, 109 Earthshaker. And how much int do we have? 12 int.
Oh, it's beautiful. 12 in.
Very smart.
Very smart, man. That's all right.
Somnus is still doing incredible though in the mid lane.
Oh, give her that Fisher.
X-Nova.
Bite. He'll take another. He's not missing out on a single bit of action, Baboka, this game.
Nope, and SRF has gone for an Urn build, even though it's an off-lane Weaver. Since he's getting involved in all these kills with Baboka.
What is happening this game? This is quite
Baboka.
crazy indeed.
It's Baboka, man. But yeah, Somnus is still going to get a very good timing on the Blink Dagger. Also level 9 already. He'll be the saving grace for his teammates.
Oh, and up top.
Again.
Another kill.
Is he going to go down? He will.
They're getting X-Nova too. Is she going to be back up in A? I think they will. TP's coming in. But Baboka behind the tower. Oh, doesn't get the Enchanted Totem connection, but Fisher. It's out. He gets X-Nova, Baboka.
SRF.
Oh, and Baboka's probably going to die here as well. As he does get cornered in by FY and Somnus, the TPs will find him.
And that's Somnus' Blink Dagger now finished, because that was an unstoppable streak on the Weaver. That dive was not worth it. They may actually be overkilling in some of these situations, because they're behind in gold. Okay,
I mean, they are. Look,
it's like dead even gold.
It's 13-2, but they're even in net worth.
Because if you look at the last hits, it's actually quite dominant for LGD. Maybe they are just going for kills.
Kills
too many.
Really don't mean much. According to the maths, as we're seeing, they really don't mean much at all.
Somnus actually decides, why do I want to go Blink? I'm rich. Almost has Shadowblade finished up. Gives him that extra damage that he could look to burst down any of the heroes now. He's got, level 10. So with that damage talent, plus with a Shadowblade hit, he's going to be able to do over like 1100 damage.
The fine army.
Again. No, it doesn't get in range of the Shrine, but the Doom does come out.
Oh yeah, SRF is gone for. Unless Baboka can
He wants to get the clap. Oh my god, did you see that?
He's trying to make it, so the 3 heroes.
SRF starts pinging for Baboka to get closer. It was very close.
Oh, Baboka.
Middle tower is under attack.
Oh, X-Nova.
Oh, Baboka.
Gets him. Now FY has to start backing away. Chalice is moving closer. They will get away. Somnus top. Has the Shadowblade coming out on the courier.
I mean, I'm just excited. It's still... Baboka is still yet to miss out
100%
on being a part of one of the kills that IG's found. 4-11, 11 minutes in on the support shaker.
I can't believe it's only a 1k gold lead. It's 15-3.
Kills don't mean much.
No. The experience is starting, it's 2k now.
Now Baboka's putting all the work in, but it turns out it doesn't pay off.
Yeah, but they're going to get another one bottom. It looks like they're setting up for it. XXS with the DD. Will pay with his life, though.
Baboka's happy, though. It's another kill on his scoreboard.
Did they get the in? They may have. Seems like he's up to 14.
This is great. I don't do any observing this game.
Just follow Baboka?
Just follow Baboka. Follow Baboka.
You might want to start getting ready to follow Somnus, though, with the Shadowblade.
Maybe. We'll see.
Maybe. So Hood will be the choice for aggressive, of course, when you're playing versus Tiny.
Solo smoke from Baboka.
Wants to look for someone. Ame wants to go for aggressive here. But his teammates are not around. As Chalice with level 3 wards starts to pressure down and push for this mid tower. Getting these early tier 1s will be huge for Somnus to just walk around and get kills.
Baboka getting the ward down.
Very deep ward. Okay, watch those rotations coming in. Watch where the Tiny's setting up for with the Shadowblade, right? You'll see, you might see Somnus walking and going for that top. They know that, they seem to know that Ame is up here.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Bottom lane. Oh no, Baboka's not here! Don't kill her!
No more 100% kill involvement.
No. And that was when Baboka became tilted.
4-1 and 12? Come on. You're still happy? He's getting close to Blink. He's 1400 gold.
He missed out on a kill though.
He did miss out on kill participation.
Missed out on a kill. Watch out, boys. He may drop his items.
Dire's top tower is under
He's got
attack.
1400 on his Blink Dagger.
Oh, Somnus. He saw SRF for a second. SRF has to be careful.
Oh,
Is it enough? It is.
I saw it.
That one was close too. He was on strength treads. Almost ends up surviving. But and now Somnus gets a haste rune.
Oh, the ult here as well. They're ready to go down bottom. Work's got the Fissure. Aggressive close of the gap, but not enough damage.
The Venom wards and the Gale does connect on Baboka.
Yeah, aggressive doesn't want to try and commit for that. I mean, Chalice was still blocked in by that Fissure.
Can they get the Rupture off? They can't get the vision or the range for Ame. Somnus has a haste in the bottle right now. Definitely looking for aggressive. Do they have a toss back? They don't even go for it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Let's damage the tree.
Oh, the stick!
Just too much up. Good.
Oh,
Has the hood active. The hood active.
Oh, he's gone out of there. Somnus the toss. Oh, it'll crush him. They do get the kill, but Somnus loses his life for it.
The hood just came out on the courier for the
Ew.
frostbite not to get the kill. But they will be at the cleanup, but Somnus pays.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Didn't get the toss back, as you say. Just went for the toss on spot. They couldn't get the quick and easy kill, and yeah, costing them both their lives.
He wasn't able to get like the amplification on the avalanche either, because he used the avalanche for the stun, walked up and then did the toss, so he didn't get that double damage that you get from it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom
Ooh.
tower has fallen.
But aggressive does die again. And Chalice is able to claim a tower off of it, so it's... LGD still coming out. Look, it's about even in the gold exchange, at least after all that, but experience. Definitely helping IG quite a lot, and Baboka's going to have Blink finished up very soon. However, Somnus wants to stop that.
Dire's middle tower is
Baboka,
under attack.
Somnus a little scared.
does seem a little intimidated as
wanna
more
go for
heroes
it.
start to show up. Q. The ward down to watch the tower to see if Somnus is setting up, so now they will see the Tiny. Meanwhile in mid, FY next Nova, putting deep wards down to try to keep tabs of the Spectre. LGD wants to play active. They want to try to keep setting up these kills. They don't want the pace of the game to get slowed down too much versus a Storm and Spectre, because we know that the late game will be very tough for LGD if they are able to. As XXS with that ward on the high ground, dancing around a bit. How's Ame doing? So just gonna go for a rush BKB. Seems like he doesn't need it this game versus the Storm as well as the Earthshaker. I mean, Baboka's been causing such problems.
Now, let's see what play they can pull off with that then. That Blink.
Somnus is trying to hunt, but for look for XXS, but XXS is TP'd out of there quite a bit ago. And now, yeah, Somnus was already pinging that ward about 30 seconds ago, and now he's pinged it again. He seems to be confirmed that it is
Dire's middle
high ground
tower
warded.
is under attack.
Blink on Baboka. Time to smoke.
Yep.
Take a look for some setup. They want to ideally get an objective off of it. Top looks like a juicy tower at 474 HP.
See, they can find no one up at the tower at the moment for LGD. They are in the jungle though, and Baboka's starting to sweep round.
Dire's top tower
The ward
is
is still
under
there up on that high ground. Ame is spotted. He's pinging it.
Fissure into the zip, into the jump with the enchant totem. Ame's gone. FY. Oh, tries to play with the global silence for Q. Comes out immediately, stops the Doom from coming down. As they get a second, and now looking for even more. They get the zip onto Chalice. Chalice trying to retreat, but the Fissure from Baboka is there as they find a third IG.
This
Over.
freezing field.
It's going for the ult. They put the Rupture down on aggressive as well. He will TP out of there and will make it away. Same cannot be said though for XXS, as Somnus is able to come in from the side and catch out the Storm.
Very nice freezing field by Xnova on that low ground.
Still
Able to get them low enough.
a 3-for-1 favouring IG, as Ame also buying back for that and not able to really have sort of that big impact that he would want to with the buyback.
And they finally kill that ward. That ward did a lot of work. Baboka getting that deep one early on. They were able to play around the jungle and get themselves those kills. Somnus has the Echo Saber, and now we'll go back for the Blink Dagger, it seems like. What's Chalice going to be going for? Chalice is going for the pipe. Can deal with all that magic damages coming out from the... It looks like he might also be going for either Guarding Greaves or maybe a Crimson Guard. Having that casual buckler at the moment. Could build up to something else. Baboka. Be a bit careful. While the rest of LGD, they are hunting for the Spectre. That is the target that they want.
Aggressive, just playing it safe here, making sure that Somnus... Well, can Somnus find it? Close, but doesn't want to jump.
Baboka is spam pinging the area that he seems to know where they are. Baboka and Ame, they find each other. Baboka has the blink away and even gives Ame the tip.
Well, I'm very close to having the full Spirit Vessel.
And Chalice pretty much has the pipe finished too. It's mostly just Somnus running around looking for these plays, but they are Sentry Wards already starting to get placed around everywhere. I think that's why he's deciding, I need to go back for the blink, because they seem to be prepared now. After he had revealed it a few times.
Yes.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
But this pace of the game, you have to be happy if you're IG. You have a Storm, you have a Spectre. You're finding kills around the map.
Using the global to make sure they can get the quick pick onto Chalice. I say that though, Chalice does still get the chance to pop the ultimate out, and he's still alive for now. He will not die. He will survive, and Somnus is able to burst down to SRF, so despite trying to use the global aggressively, they lose a Weaver and cannot claim the life of Chalice. He's able to walk back to base.
That's where every little thing matters. The hood usage to absorb that 325 magical, having the casual buckler as well, that little bit of armor. Even the armor provided by the AoE of the tower, because he dropped extremely low. Haunt comes out, FY.
Let's get the Doom.
Somnus is in the area.
Comes in with the combo, and that's going to kill the Storm. Baboka in with the slam. Is it enough to bring down FY? It's not. FY's going to be fine with the Scorched Earth. It was a fancy looking slam, but it didn't do the job. As that's 3 dead on IG. Aggressive as well, found out in the trees, LGD.
Ooh. Well, that's how you curse a team right there. I'm saying the pace of the game is, they're liking it. Well, LGD turns it up, gets very big kills, putting themselves in the lead and continuing to put this pressure on the map. Q in the mid lane has to be careful as LGD is beginning to sandwich.
Radiant's bottom tower.
That will be a dead silencer.
Another kill. So the Weaver up top, the 3 down bot, and the silencer in mid.
It's a 5-man wipe within the last few moments.
LGD turning it up, and now with a 3k lead, it really did seem sort of the efforts of Baboka early on to make all those kills happen. It's just not resulted in anything coming into this mid game. It's LGD with the lead now.
They're starting to feel much more confident with their movements. Somnus always setting up these ganks. Chalice being very tanky, tanking the ganks. And FY now pretty rich. Level 13 on this Doom with that Spirit Vessel finished up. He can solo kill anybody on the map if he does get the Doom, Spirit Vessel, and a single Infernal Blade hit. They've got a DD rune on Somnus. They are looking to go for the Roche with this. There is a global available, but they know that Baboka used the Echo Slam down bottom.
Will be about the zip play. XXS does have a TP if he wants to head over.
The bug is actually helping them now, so the bug hits the Roche for a second.
XXS is not TPing to look for the zip play.
They don't have Haunt either, so no vision to be able to go for it.
They're letting this one go, as it seems. No contest from IG around that pit.
Shot calling by LGD, right? We talked about it in the game before. Their buybacks, they're very good at just deciding what to do and when they know that the cooldowns on ultimates are there.
Somnus going straight for the Silver Edge now to help combat the Spectre. Top lane, Dust onto SRF.
FY seems to know. He's running along where he is. They didn't. They know he juked back up. Dust is going to be wearing off shortly. The second one does not clip SRF. They're really looking for this bug. The bug will get away.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Over here now.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Skinny, I mean, they do obviously have this Spectre as the game goes on, but
it has to be able to go on, and they've now been taking all 3 top net worths.
Yeah, Somnus is just absolutely massive on his tiny.
Yep, Somnus is huge. Ame has recovered 1 in 6 and 2, but top 2 net worth. We'll also be going for a Silver Edge, or for a Shadow Blade, which we can assume will eventually become a Silver Edge versus that Spectre. I think we might even have a Silver Edge already on Somnus. Chalice.
We'll find Chalice.
Does get picked off. So yeah, Silver Edge already finished. He can start looking for aggressive in these situations now too. Even though there's a hood picked up, aggressive on the Agi treads is only 1154 HP.
Eyes on Somnus to find these pickoffs.
He just constantly seems to be on the prowl. They just got vision of XXS for a second. And Somnus is going to start looking to hunt. SRF, 1700 HP. Did it look like the first hit didn't attack?
Yeah, he didn't. He didn't go for the Silver Edge hit. Yeah. I think if he did,
I think he was mid-swing. Yeah, because he was mid-swing of it. I'm pretty sure. I think an animation was like 0.1 or 0.2 seconds from finishing, so it just misses the kill because of that.
Didn't get that initial touch. Obviously, it's sort of the balance, because obviously you could have argued, well, if he did let the touch hit, there would have been a chance for Weaver to react, so it's a tricky kill to get. It does sort of rely on the Weaver messing up. Bottom lane Army. They are hunting, and straight away they go, jumping in, and bam, they've got him. Boca with that jam, of course. Able to make those plays happen.
Again now though, LGD knows when Ame's back up, there's no Echo Slam, and that's their big team fighting ability for IG. It's really important for them to have that to take the fights versus LGD if they are grouped together. And now FY does have a Blink Dagger, so he can start looking to be that more active hero on the map and looking for pickoffs on those split pushers, be it the Spectre or the Storm. And we see SRF is going to be going for the build that we...
FY
actually catches him.
He does. He's able to find XXS, who tried to zip into the trees and go for a zip TP.
That's a solo kill.
Indeed, he's blocked in. FY dancing around to get the kill, teasing, taunting XXS there.
Bottom, Q has the Glimmer. Trying to juke around, but Somnus, he knows. He knew.
Very nice read there at the movement.
You can't juke this man.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Top lane SRF does have a DD. Seeing if you can find something quick with it, but goes straight for the TP out. FY nearly gets him there with the stun.
SRF though, goes forward in mid. Is ruptured. Also hit by the Poison Nova, all the way up top, and FY's got him.
Very nice. So what time that was back top?
Yeah, so he TP'd and used the Shikuchi while TPing, so when he got to the mid lane, he dashed through forward, and the Shikuchi just ended, because he used it early during the TP, has to use the time-lapse to avoid that rupture
FY
damage.
was waiting.
And FY's waiting. Patiently. Nice heads-up play there by FY. So the Weaver is going for the Aghanimus build, by the way. So Diffusal, Spirit Vessel into Aghanimus. Since he's playing that off-lane Weaver and he has a Storm and a Spectre on his team, Aghanimus is incredible this game if he can get it off on that Spectre or that Storm. Storm getting, of course, the just crazy amounts of ways to use the ball lightning, but for Spectre, you reset the Spectre and that Dispersion is allowed to do its work again.
10 seconds to the Horn, they got a smoke, they can go for a play with the Shaker Slam back on. They want to leave the base, that is. Things are starting to look a lot hairier on the map with LGD taking over. Top 3 net worth on LGD. Somnus
continuing.
Well on his way to his heart.
Yeah, continuing to be a beast. Going for the full damage talents, of course. And does have the Reaver finished. 3,600 HP. Nice.
They are smoked here. Head over.
Yeah.
LGD's half of the jungle, but there's no one here on LGD. LGD all top at the moment.
Baboka is still part of... It's 22 of the 24 kills. It's still pretty damn good for him.
There's no doubt about it. It's definitely the flashiest KD on his team at the moment.
Yeah, and he bought the gem for his team too. So he's been running around with that one, trying to make sure that LGD doesn't really take over with that vision, and always able to set up for those ganks on the split push. As well versus those Shadow Blades. And we'll be going for the Aghanims next. We've been seeing the Aghanims more. When we do see Shaker. We don't see the Shaker too much.
Could be very nice in a game against the Venomancer, where you can still rely on being able to get that initiation without having to worry about the poison wards cancelling your dagger.
Yeah. The biggest problem I see for IG with all these situations is they don't really have a tower hitter. So for LGD, they've got Chalice who can force buildings with the Venomancer. They've got Somnus on the Tiny who can hit buildings, but on their side, who's really supposed to hit them? It's like the Weaver and the Spectre. It's really not the greatest. So they don't get as much on the map in the time that LGD does when they go to push these towers.
Aggressive.
They know he's there. They saw the dagger, it looks like. Chalice even checks over with a ward, but aggressive. A secondary dagger because of that, level 15 talent.
They'll have to wait a few seconds for the TP, but yeah, should be fine. They're not hunting it.
Bounty runes coming up. The long zip. X-Nova does not get caught by it.
A golden thread.
Now Ame will go back for the Radiance, as he's had a very rough game and being picked on by the bullies that IG are. And it will be so full just auras and defensive stuff coming out from the Veno. Pipe, Crimson Guard, and even going back for a Guardian Greaves to get off that global silence.
Zephyr down bottom with his invis, maybe seeing if he sees anyone come out, but...
Oh, SRF. Ooh, he doesn't go for it. Bit too close to the base.
It's just likely that Baboka would have been there to jump upon him potentially from the high ground.
Yeah, it's like you might get the kill, but they more than likely deny it. They kill you. Yeah, not worth wasting your doom in that position that close. So full Mac now. Finished up for Chalice. X-Nova hits level 15. GPM talent starts kicking it for CM2. So more and more gold for LGD as they continue their gold advantage, and it continues to rise at a faster pace. 10,000 now, as well as a 5,000 experience lead. IG's not really finding kills around the map. They're getting it out efficiency'd. Is that even a word? It might be.
It is now.
It is now. Smoke coming out, FY. Gets the stomp, but SRF is invis.
And XXS is trying to fight forward. Sit forward, pop the ult. They're looking to set up here. There's the jump. Baboka's in with the slam. Gets the two of them. FY falling low, falling down. They get FY on the side. Somnus comes in with the combo, but SRF with the time lapse is back up to full. Fuser Blade slowing Somnus down as well. Baboka tries for the TP and he makes it away from Arme. IG get a kill and get out. The rest of them be safer, that's the question. SRF looking to try and poke around a little bit more with him, but LGDR.
XXS is getting an Arcane Rune right now.
And X-Nova, he should be in trouble. XXS zipping in indeed onto Arme. X-Nova going for the ultimate, but XXS finishes him off. A second kill for IG. XXS is the zipping onto Chalice, but he's low on mana, and Somnus comes in with a counterplay. The combo not enough. XXS able to zip back to safety. So IG getting away there with that fight.
Very nice disengage. They got out with by the skin of their teeth on several heroes, but Baboka lives with like 100 HP, then XXS lives with like 100 HP, and Q as well. See, Ame is pretty happy right now, zooming in the mid lane at 700 XP.
Oh, bottom low, aggressive. Bottom. He stayed out a little too long, aggressive.
The tree, it doesn't hit. And he lives.
Oh, now.
And now the turnaround.
They're in. The Fisher, the Zip, they're on top of both of them. Chalice, he's popped. Somnus, he's now surrounded. FY does come in, does get the Doom down onto XXS. As XXS will surely fall. Arme turning up, but look at the speed of this man. Gets tossed forward as well. Arme zipping around here on the Bloodseeker. Picks up the double, gets the triple, getting Q as well. That'll be an ultra killer. Buyback is there from Baboka. He's deeping across the shrine. He knows Somnus is low. He wants to try and fight it. Arme with the BKB down though. The blood right out. He looks towards Aggressor, getting the bashes, killing off the Spectre. Rampage. That's the rampage for Arme. And into the trees. Give him the double. There it is. Double rampage for Arme. XXX frostbitten, held down. Could it be a triple rampage? Yes, it could. A triple rampage for Arme.
You gotta be kidding me. This guy, Ame started, he was 1-7 before this. Oh my god.
Triple rampage. I don't think I've ever seen one of those in my career.
I don't think I have, especially not from a person who's been bullied the whole game, comes back and gets 7 kills.
Oh, mate. Loving life right now.
I can only imagine what he's saying. Like, as soon as that's all happening, he's just like, gank me again. Keep ganking me. See what happens.
This time finally came in this game. It really did. And now a 15k advantage at LGD.
That looks, all was looking so good for IG too, right? The way they reset and disengaged, but...
They know XXS is there.
Oh god. He's got mana to zip away in TP though.
This game getting harder and harder for RG though. No doubt about it. Those last few fights, very painful. The buyback's expended as well, and they still couldn't come out on top.
Do you think that was the first triple rampage at a TI?
I think it has to be.
It probably has to be, right? I've definitely seen a double rampage, but a triple at
rampage?
TI? Some people would tell us, I mean, we can't remember everything, but...
We'll get the statsman on it.
We'll get the statsman on it.
Get the statsman on it.
SRF looking for Chalice. Chalice is pretty tanky, gets the ulti off, but will inevitably go down here.
What a man. I think it's got to... I mean...
It's got to be.
There's not going to be many.
Not going to be many.
I mean, we're talking a triple rampage. A rampage is one thing to get at a TI, but a triple rampage doesn't happen every day.
That was absurd, really. They are very tanky on the side of LGD, as we see too. I mean, that was several minutes ago because the last few moments have been absolutely crazy, but when they did get the initial jump onto like the Veno, when he gets all of his defensive things off, they die, but they die pretty slow. Somnus sitting at 5,000 HP with this heart. And Ame, of course, with that Bastion in the last fight was so important. It almost has a butterfly finished up because he got that triple rampage.
Illusion.
Still a 13k gold lead for LGD now after that.
Roshan is up.
How's aggressive doing? So aggressive Fusel, and now we'll be going for the heart. He's still not very tanky though. He's only got 1500 HP and he doesn't have that blade mill to be dealing that damage back to everybody.
I'm going to go for that Roshan. We'll see if IG can test this one. I wanted to get over there last time.
So we have 3 pretty significant items coming out. We've got the Aghanims finished up on the Weaver.
Oh, Somnus jumping forward. Oh, the Ag's time lapse.
Thanks, Weaver.
Keeping Q safe.
I think FY also just picked up Lotus Orb too, so he can look to get those initiations off. The smoke out of the pit. They're looking to maybe try to set up for a kill, or... Yeah, set up for a kill as the rest of the team does the Roche. XXS has to be careful.
Surely they want to try and get in the pit. They've got to contest this.
They're smoked, yeah. IG's coming.
Baboka's got an Echo Slam available. Can he find a chance to jump in? They're coming in from the side. The Hawk's out. There's Baboka jumping forward straight away. Zipping from XXS. The Roshan incredibly low. The Global Silence comes out. Who's going to get it? XXS snatching the Aegis. LGD do manage to get the kill on it, but XXS, he's got a couple of lives ready to go. The time lapse. XXS still alive for now. In fact, he's lost Baboka on his team. He has been doomed. But he's ready to come back with round 2. The curse from Q laid down on top for them. XXS, can he find some kills out of this? Zips to the side, looks towards Chalice, but now he looks to get out of there. He's already lost 2 of his teammates.
Somnus is chasing forward. He wants to go for the Spectre. Oh, the sun was off the mark, but he gets a toss up. Oh, and it's just an instant deny.
All right.
LGD comes out fine in that.
They do. They don't get the Aegis, but they do get the fight.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And they do take the Aegis immediately out of the hands of the Storm.
They're all just full health.
They're pushing in. No buyback on XXS.
They used IG committed everything for that. This is a Rax. I don't see how they can actually contest this when we see SRF is trying to split push up top.
And Ame was able to get the cheese as well out of that Roshan.
Yeah.
Radiant's top tower is falling.
We'll see how much SRF can get away.
They are going to lose 2 sets because maybe Somnus is pushing the top one. Xnova is toying with SRF in the meanwhile. Xnova, he's looking for a kill here. Oh, the freezing field. He's got him.
Xnova. Bottom lane. FY. He's got the Lotus Orb, our mate goes in with the bash, founds Baboka. Baboka's got it, and I think this may just be the game.
This is definitely the game.
Coming to an end. GG is called by Baboka and LGD. They've done it again in game 2. They'll take the series 2-0, winning twice against IG. Poor old Baboka. He had such
Baboka played phenomenally this game, but LGD overall
LGD
showing why they are this powerhouse of a team.